And hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm planning to add one more camera to my truck in the front. And I'm planning to install it over here at the front of the bumper, actually in a skid plate in one of the holes over there. It's not going to be tied into my 4-camera system. It only supports up to 4 cameras, but I picked up this backup camera and I'm planning it to wire up to my radio, which has a screen. Now let's see how's that gonna work out. So that's gonna be just for my main concern when going forward, to see what's in front of me, especially when the truck is looking upwards. You cannot see what's in front of you, so it's kind of hard to make a decision when to turn the tires. So hopefully that's gonna all work out. Now basically I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time: install these speakers, and since I'm gonna be running the wires, I'm gonna be installing this camera, or at least run the wire through it. But let's open it up, let's see what's inside. So it comes with a power cable, which is gonna be connected to the camera, and then this power we gotta take into the power somewhere. This video lead I need to run from the camera all the way out into the cabinet and connect it to my radio. Hopefully it can support that video format. If not, I might gonna have to upgrade this. I mean, this is kind of getting old anyways, so maybe I can get something in here. If you guys have any suggestions, something that is good and on a budget but it still has a good resolution and maybe even bigger screen, so I can probably get bigger video screen over here. We'll see. And over here the camera itself, as you can see, it can be mounted on a license plate, and inside here right there's a metal bracket, which is what I'm actually planning to use. So I'm gonna take it out from over here and mount it to the bracket, and I'll show you how I'm planning to do it over there. Now I need to get inside there to connect all my wiring for the camera, so I need to take this out, but gotta be very careful. If you have an old truck, this might be very brittle. So first of all we gotta take this little plastic out, then with some pry tools we need to pry this out carefully, because there is one ball holding it, and then we can just pop this out. So now we just have one screw holding all of this in place over here. So let's remove that screw. And now it's the scary part. This is just clips in there, so we have to pull it out carefully, and hopefully because this plastic is old and brittle, hopefully nothing breaks, because if this breaks, well, then it's gonna be a sad story. So just have to be careful from the back, start pulling it towards you. All right, whew, I think it worked. There we go. Let's remove this bezel. All right, and this I'm just gonna set it on the side. I'm not gonna disconnect the rest of the wire. So now I can get to the back of this unit and connect my wire in there for the camera. So for the front camera, I actually went in here, video in. This wire I'm just gonna cut off and cap it off. I don't think I need it. If I do, well, gonna have to disassemble all over again, but which is not a big deal. So now I'm gonna hide this wire inside there, and this wire gonna run all the way to the front. So now I'm gonna work on getting all this wiring out into under the hood. Gonna run all of these wires, which is for my controller and amp, and this wire along with it, since I'm doing it right now, which is gonna be for the camera. So we'll try to get it through the new grommet that I made over there. Gonna try to pass them all through, and then I'm gonna secure them somewhat nicely. So right there I have my wires coming through my new grommet, so I'm just gonna pull them all out just like that. This is gonna be for my camera, and more of this for sure, because this cable is extremely long. It's actually was intended to use for a reverse camera, so it meant to go all the way in the back. So now I'm just putting my camera video feed wire and my power for the camera through the wire loom, so that way it's gonna be all secured as well, and just gonna route it to the front. Now the camera I'm planning to mount to this hole, which is 5th hole, is in the middle. So I'm planning to mount the camera in there, but with this bracket I cannot really position it inside there. So actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this bracket that came with a controller for the siren.
So I'm gonna mark 2 holes, so there I actually already marked them. I'm gonna drill them, and then this camera is gonna be mounted like this with a bracket pinned backwards. And over here I'm actually gonna use those magnets that I really like to use lately. So this camera is gonna be held by magnets inside there. That way I can always remove the camera in case I need to service, in case I need to take down the skid plate. I don't have to unbolt it or anything. And those magnets are pretty strong, they're gonna hold it there in good. So I'm gonna do that right now, drill this, screw this, mount 2 magnets over here, and we'll see how is it gonna look over there. Alright, so this is something like that. As you can see, it's mounted over here. I don't have magnets in here yet, but that's gonna be something like that. The wire is gonna try to hide it nice and neat in there or something. And then the camera is gonna be over here, barely sticking out. That's amazing. That's amazing. I may have to adjust the camera, point it up a little more, but maybe even not. I think that might be even perfect. All right. And over here I use screw number 6 on both sides with a nylon nut, so it's not gonna get loose or anything. So let's put our magnets in. That's it. And let's go put it in place over there, and we can route the cables and start splicing this all up. So as always, I put the wire inside the wire loom. So now I'm gonna send it in, bring it up, and start bringing all the splices somewhere together. So I run the cable along the side of there, zip tied it. Now I have a little bit of a slack over here, but that I'm gonna pull down. So I got 2 my cables over here. So now I'm gonna make an interconnection over here, and then actually there should be enough slack to pull higher over here, so it's hidden, it's gonna be secured from moisture, rain. Of course I'm gonna seal it so no water gonna go in, and that's gonna be good. So now I'm gonna splice up the positive cables together, and this is my ground. Just gonna tie into one of the bolts over here somewhere in the frame, and the camera wiring is pretty much done. Gonna hide this little bit of a service loop somewhere over here, and that's it. Now the ground or the negative for the camera, I'm gonna tie into this bolt from underneath. So I actually replaced this bolt for a longer one. I had another one that I took out from somewhere and then I had an extra bolt, I guess. So I replaced it for a longer one. So I'm gonna put a negative, our ground, and then with a M6 nut with a nylon in there, so it's not gonna get loose or anything. So now it's just gonna screw it in place. And that's it, our ground is tying in there. So this is how the camera looks, guys. It's almost flush with a skid plate, so it's not really gonna get damaged. I'm gonna show you how the picture looks, but I already ordered a different one. I'm gonna replace this camera for a different one for a couple of reasons. Let's see how this one looks, and then I'm gonna replace it. Well, for me, I have to wait a few days until it gets here to replace it, but you guys are gonna see it in a minute. Alright, so I have the truck running, so let's turn the controller on. Now I'm gonna turn the camera on. Now for me over here, I have to go to the settings, go to my rear view camera, which is my front view camera, and there is the picture. About 2, maybe 3 feet in front of the truck, there is this huge box. It's actually something came in for another upgrade, another addition, another mod that I'm gonna be working on soon. So this is how it looks. So now, in addition to my 2 side cameras and 2 underneath cameras, to my rear view camera, I have my front view camera. So as you can see, it's not too bad. But this is like for the reference where the truck is parked, so you can see the side of a garage door over there and some side over here. So let's see, once I replace to a different camera, how much wider is the picture is going to be. The new camera that I ordered, it has a wider view, and it's a 1080p versus this one is 680p. So, but I don't know, maybe I need to replace my radio as well to have a bigger, better screen. Do you guys have any suggestions for a good budget radio with a screen? I would really appreciate that. Maybe 4K or something.
Much later.
So here is my replacement camera. Supposedly it's 1080p. It's the same bracket and the same wiring connection, so hopefully swapping it's gonna be easier. The only thing, it has this the switch over here for all kind of settings. So I'm gonna swap it out real quick, but first I'm gonna do a little test. I'm gonna put some wood over here and we're gonna see how far it sees it. So I put 2 pieces of wood in front of my truck, 4 feet away from each tire, and they are 6 feet apart. I even marked the floor, so next time I'm gonna put them in the same place. So now let's take a look how much we see in front of us and how wide is the view. So once I switch the camera, we'll see if there is gonna be any improvement. So the new camera is installed. I still have a wire hanging out, so I can adjust the video, but you can see the wood is still at the same place. So let's start the truck and see how much of the camera improvement we got or not. All right, look at that, what an improvement. We see way more now to the sides. The only thing that it has those grid lines, but I don't think that's gonna be matter anything or not. But that's a big improvement. And the video quality, I think, is actually slightly better as well. So now I can hide all the wires, secure it, and this is all done. Now unfortunately the only issue I noticed that it's a mirror image. So if you can see, the truck is on the right side of the screen, but in reality it's on the left side. And I don't see any option how to change that on this particular camera. I was so happy with this image, but looks like I'm gonna have to change this one as well.
2,000 years later.
So here we go, this is my third camera, just came in just a plain white box. Yeah, so I'm gonna remove this one. So this was my first one, the second one, and hopefully this third one is gonna work. Hopefully the third time is the charm. So now I'm gonna replace it real quick and we'll see how it works. Okay guys, so fast forward, the camera is installed, and once again the wooden blocks 4 feet away from the tire with the 6 feet apart. So now let's turn the truck on, let's turn the camera on and see what the difference does it make. Okay, and look at that picture guys, what a difference. It's, first of all, it's much wider view, so you may say it's a fisheye, but I don't care, I don't mind. The more I see, the better. The fact that it's slightly warped, that's not a big deal. My main concern was to see what's in front, like directly underneath the nose of the truck. Now I can see. Now I can even see the tires. You can even see the tires as I'm turning the steering wheel. You can almost see the tires where they go. And the image now is not in the reverse view, it's how it's supposed to be. The garage is on the left. That's pretty great, that's amazing. Now I'm happy, now I'm happy. And there we go guys, my front view camera is installed. I've been planning to do this project for a long time with multiple cameras, but just being on a budget and not having the right parts, not being able to find the right parts, it takes time. But I'm glad I finally have pretty much 360 view of my truck now, all the way around and underneath. Even though my front camera on the bumper is not recording, that's not a big deal. I have my front dash camera is recording, so that's pretty good. It's very windy today, I hope the sound is okay. So I'm very happy and excited that I have finally done this. I really wanted to do this. I feel like this is gonna help me a lot, and to install the front camera is not hard. You guys can do it as well. If you have any kind of radio, you can install it in there, and you actually can install multiple cameras in there as well. Most radios can support up to 2 cameras. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find it helpful. As always, until next time, everybody, bye.